Hello, how are we all? Let me know as you jump on if you can hear me okay. Just say hi in the comments. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's joining me. First birthday party. Yes, it's very, very exciting, guys. I am Ree from Mummy Before Does Disney, and this is the first birthday of my Disney channel. I can't believe it. So cheers to everyone joining me. Cheers, you lovely people. And I have a sip and put that down and have a little chat. So yes, 1 year ago today, I launched my Disney channel, which is so exciting. It's turned into more than I ever hoped it could have been, honestly, like more than I ever could have imagined. Little bit of a backstory, my main channel, and some of you found me from my main channel and have come across my Disney one. A lot of you have found me through Disney and didn't even know I had a main channel, but my main channel's been my full-time job for good few years since, well, I've been doing it since Sarah was about 7 months old. She's 5 now, and it's been my full-time job since she was probably about 1. So a year ago I decided I wanted to go make the leap and do a second channel dedicated to Disney things. At the time we didn't have any trips booked. I wanted to just take you along on the journey. I wasn't going to commit to an upload schedule or anything. I just wanted to share whatever I was able to share with you guys, and I wasn't going to stress about numbers or anything, and I just wanted to share the joy and have a place that I could really geek out about Disney and stuff that I wouldn't necessarily share on my main channel, because my main channel is about organisation and mum life and things, and I share a bit of Disney, but I don't want to like saturate it with Disney, you know. So I just wanted to kind of join the Disney community and be able to just go all out on it and have loads of fun. So over the course of this year, I sort of vlogged along the experience as we booked the Disney Magic at Sea cruise, and we did that. I vlogged every tiny little detail of that, and it was just so magical and wonderful to be able to capture all those memories and share them all with you. And then it was very like, oh, we're going to be able to go to Florida, because I then booked Florida, and I've got to admit that was so nerve-wracking. I thought for so many times it was going to be off, were we going to lose money? And then we were so privileged to be able to actually go, and I'm halfway through editing that vlog series now, and the support I've had on that vlog series is just absolutely out of this world. I've been so grateful for it. There we go. Oh, Dan's jumping on now. Hi Dan. He's found me through Disney Magic at Sea. That's actually how I found you as well, Dan. Just a quick shout out to Dan Dallymore and Jade from A Disney Kind of Day, who are helping me out with some moderating the comments and things today. They are both amazing Disney creators. So I think Dan's have you finished the last vlog series, Dan? Have you got a few more to go, and you've got the next Disney trip in June? Jade is actually leaving next week, so make sure you're following them. That's Dan Dallymore and Jade, A Disney Kind of Day. You'll find them in the comments. So just quick shout out to everybody. Gemma, hi. Susan, Catty, Natalie, hello. Thank you so much, everybody. I am actually I hope you can hear me and the picture quality is good and everything, because I'm on my phone. I was going to use what I normally use, which is my big camera. This is what I vlog on when I'm walking around Disney. Whoop! Cap's falling off. I'm walking around like this. That's how I walk around the place. So I was going to do the live and hook this up to my computer, because obviously it's like really crispy quality and things, but because I set it up on my phone, it wasn't letting me do that. So apologies, I'm just like on my phone. So if the picture quality is a bit more iffy than my normal vlogs, that's why. But let me know if it's okay, if it's kind of working for you. So I will leave some questions in the comments if there's anything in particular you want to ask. I have printed out a load that was sent in, that I've sent in on Instagram and things. I'm just going to dive right in. But before I do, I'm going to keep saying it, but guys, thank you so much for the support. I can't even believe how grateful I am. I think we're at 6,000 subscribers now, 6-ish thousand, which I think for a year is like, I'm just overwhelmed. So thank you. Make sure you stay tuned to the end, because I have got a little bit of an announcement. Family 4, Emily, Jack, Lucy and Phil just disappearing off the screen. Say hi, hello. Right, okay. So I took some of these questions, by the way, that were aimed at the children and things. I actually filmed a video earlier, which I'll probably pop out at the end of the vlog series, which asked each of the 4 children a whole bunch of the questions. So their answers might be quite different to mine. Hello from Belfast. Rebecca says no objection to quality. Cool. As long as it's working, this is a really easy setup. So yeah, I have asked, so I won't answer for the children because I've already filmed that video and I will pop that out as soon as the series is finished. There'll also be, along with the announcement, a bit of an explanation about what's happening content-wise and why I'm kind of speeding things up a little bit. Right, okay. So, rank the parks for you, which your favourite, the Walt Disney World parks. It's got to be, it's going to be an unpopular opinion because everyone loves Animal Kingdom. It's not that I dislike Animal Kingdom, but I found for our family there was the least to do in Animal Kingdom. Then I love Epcot, but that's got to come in at number 3 because I love Hollywood Studios, and it's got to be Magic Kingdom's got to be the top because I'm obsessed with it and I cannot walk through the gates and see the castle without sobbing like a baby. Just a true story, just can't do it. Favourite ride? I'll do favourite ride per parks. I was going to say favourite ride in the Magic Kingdom is, I really love the Little Mermaid, but I think the People Mover tips it, you know, just does it, because as you just glide around and just observe everything, and then you just like round and you see the castle, it's the People Mover for me in the Magic Kingdom. Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway all the way in Hollywood Studios. And you will notice that through the vlog series, some of the rides we do more than once. But what I try and do when I'm filming that, so don't think I've seen this, I'm not going to watch it. I try and film it from different angles, so I either use different cameras so we kind of get different effects, or like if we film it, like the first time I go on it, I'll film it as a total POV so you can see exactly what I see, and then the next time I film it, I'll film it perhaps more like looking at the children and looking at us and things and different reactions. So even if we're filming things multiple times, because some of the rides we do repeat, it's always going to be a bit different, so just keep that in mind. Harriet, I see your question. I will answer that in a little bit, okay? I will answer that in a little bit, that might be a hint. Okay, favourite ride, so yeah, Mickey Minnie, Epcot, I loved Frozen, thought that was amazing, although Soarin' was pretty good. And Avatar, you know, the Flight of Passage, it's got to be the one in Animal Kingdom, because, you know, it is pretty awesome, isn't it? But I'm going to come up with a bit of an unpopular opinion here. I don't like the rides as much when you've got to wear the 3D glasses. Now, this might be because it spoils it for filming a little bit, maybe. For me, like, I love Mickey and Minnie because you didn't have to wear the 3D glasses going around. So the whole experience, whether you're like looking to the side of your glasses or you're not wearing glasses, is amazing. So what you will notice as the series goes on, I had like my GoPro because it's got a smaller lens, and I was holding a pair of 3D glasses over the GoPro so that it didn't look super blurry. So that's hopefully gives you more of an idea. Obviously you don't get it as 3D, but you don't get it as blurry as it was. Someone just said, the comments on my phone are coming up here, they're like coming up and they're disappearing really quickly. Someone said something about Test Track, really enjoying that. That's what I want. I think you said it felt like you were there with us before it disappeared. That's exactly what I want. I want you to feel like you are there with us. I want you to feel like the magic is captured. And if I'm doing that, I'm doing my job. I want you to feel that you can see what we're seeing and feel what we're feeling. And I want to, when I'm old, be able to look back at these videos and be there again with my babies when they're all grown and taller than me. That's what I want from it. I want to capture the magic and also be helpful. I want them to be all the information I wish someone would tell me, like the information about how long it takes to get from one place to another. Will my children need to stop for a toilet break before we get on there? Because how long is the ride? And, you know, all that kind of information. How tall do the children have to be? Are my child going to cry because they can't get on the ride because they're not tall enough? All that kind of information I need to know, and I'm sure you guys need to know too. What was even the next question? Yeah, so what did you think was overrated? I'm going to come up with another really unpopular opinion now. I thought the Remy ride was brilliant, but because of the 3D glasses, I didn't like it as much as I like Mickey and Minnie, and everyone raves about the Remy ride, so don't come for me here. Don't come for me. But I think it's because of the 3D glasses. I just don't enjoy them quite as much when you've got to wear 3D glasses. So Dan says Remy's overrated as well. Does anyone else agree with me? I thought people were really going to cover for me when I said that, I must admit. I thought that Soarin' is overrated as well, Dan. Do you think? I like Soarin'. I like the fact that when you swoop in with Soarin', like you get like a whiff of the elephants and stuff. The smells in Soarin' are good, and I like the fact you don't have to wear 3D glasses on it. There we go. Magical Natalie says, perfect vlogs for families. Nice to find another large family too. Yes, you've got lots of children as well, haven't you, Natalie? We're in the large amount of children club together. Right, the best meal we had. I thoroughly enjoyed the food in Tuskers. I thought it was outstanding. They call it family style dining. So it's not like you go up for a buffet. They just bring you the food. So you just pay for the menu and they bring you all of the menu, but they had massive prawns, which obviously they call shrimp, and it really confuses everyone when I'm like, can I have some more prawns? And they're like, what's a prawn? Literally. But yeah, the food in Tuskers I thought was amazing, and obviously that was character dining too. Best snack. I loved the Dole Whip. We looked for Dole Whips flipping everywhere. They don't sell them everywhere. I just assumed they'd sell them on every corner. They don't. We eventually found them, like just the normal Dole Whips, by the magic carpets of Aladdin. There's a shop next to there. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in the vlogs. We didn't actually get a Dole Whip till the last day, but I swear if I'd had a Dole Whip the first day, I would have had to have one every day, I think. Also, obviously Mickey bars, a bit basic, but you know, gotta love me Mickey bar. And we did love the candied popcorn. I have done candied popcorn at home since then. Right, I've got a question coming up from Joanne that's just disappearing off the screen for me about DAS. I am making a complete video about DAS, but I will touch on that super briefly now. So I'm going to put that down and just go over it super briefly. So DAS is the Disability Access, I can never remember if it's service system, whatever, but it'll all be in like the detailed like video about it. Basically, there are two ways of doing it. You can either register when you get there in the parks, or you can do it in advance. Now in Florida, it's something to do with the way their law works. They can't ask you to prove anything. So you don't have to, like if you go to Legoland, places like that, you've got to take proof with you. I did take proof with me because I was still scared someone was going to ask me for it, just out of habit, I think, but they can't legally do that. So you just have to say that you are eligible for it, but don't have to prove that you're eligible for it, if that makes sense. So you can either do that in the parks, and then you can it pops up, once you register for it, it pops up on your app as you scan in through the gates, and then you can book your ride. And then once that, so say it's a 90-minute wait time, you can book your ride and you can get on in 90 minutes. And then once you've scanned into the next ride, you can book your next ride. If you pre-register, which you can only do if your computer is situated within the US, which if you use a VPN, which is a virtual private network, remind me afterwards, guys, and I will put a link to the one that I use either in the description of this or in stories over on Instagram, or perhaps both. But basically with a VPN, it's a privacy thing, to protect your computer, but you can also use it to put you wherever you want to be in the world. So I just said my computer was in Florida, and then when you log on to the Disney website, there's a whole section, and I can put the links to that in that video, in the blog post that I'm doing to go with it. Basically, when your computer is in America, a whole section of the Disney website opens up that we can't currently see in the UK. And then through there, you kind of get on the chat. Again, I'll just say it in a lot more detail in the video, but basically you get on the chat, they do like a little video call with you, take photos of the person that needs the DAS, and they can pre-register 2 rides per park per day, and they give you an actual time to arrive at those. So say we'd have like 3 o'clock Soarin' and 5 o'clock another ride, Test Track or something. It does exclude the really popular rides, so you have to like book the really popular rides through on the day one, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm making much sense here, because I've literally written out a big script of everything to go over the DAS thing, but I just wanted to touch on that really briefly because I've had so many questions about it. I mean that sounds about clear as mud now, doesn't it? But I will make it all clear with all graphics and things that I've already downloaded in that proper video, so look out for that. Best restaurant. Right, so dining experience more than food. I loved Cinderella's Royal Table because it's the only way you can get inside the castle, unless you're a celebrity and you get invited to stay in that super special suite that you can only get through via invitation. The Cinderella's royal table was amazing, because the castle for me is just so magical, and to be able to get inside the castle was just amazing. So that is in, right, let me get this straight now. So tomorrow night there's a vlog, which is the first half of Cinderella Day. Sunday night's vlog is the second half of Cinderella Day, where we eat in Cinderella's royal table, but I haven't even edited that vlog yet because I'm really behind. Normally I'd have all of this week's vlogs done last week. I'm really behind because the children are on half term, so I have to do that tomorrow. So that's on my to-do list, but it will be with you on Sunday somehow. Hello, high water, I'll get that done. Anyway, so that's my favourite restaurant. That one, and maybe the Beauty and the Beast one, because wow, and Bella's face alone was 1,000,000% worth it. Excuse me, I've stupid runny nose. It's very warm in here. Right, favourite purchase. I do rather like the sparkly spirit jersey. I bought a medium. I think it's a bit big really. Just put it on over everything I was wearing, so maybe it doesn't even matter. But the girls' spirit jerseys, when it was the evening, they just looked so sparkly and amazing. So these are probably favourites. I've got a little key ring that says magic on it that I bought, that I love because I carry that around everywhere. And the other jumper, the one my husband bought me, that's like pink and blue, that says something like most magical place on earth or something. They would be my personal favourite purchases. But I have asked that question to the children, who mostly said these. These are so cute. We were really struggling to find these. If you watch the first Animal Kingdom vlog where we ended up in Disney Springs in the night, we managed to pick up these, but they were not everywhere. I thought they'd be everywhere, the plushes, but they were not everywhere. In fact, they said they were sold out. They were not totally sold out. We found some. We were very pleased. I'm taking a sip of this bubbly. By the way, is anyone else joining me for a little celebratory drink, or is it just me on a Tuesday? Yeah. Anyway, don't forget, by the way, guys, if you are watching me live, because some of you may be watching on replay, but if you're watching live or on replay for that matter, just snap a little screenshot or just take a little picture, tag me on stories at Mummy4DoesDisney on Instagram, and I shall share it as well once we get off this live. Okay, what surprised me? I was so surprised, let me know if anyone else felt the same, by the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. I thought that experience was outstanding. So you go in and it's like a comedy show, you know, because they're trying to gather laughs to fuel, you know, Monstropolis. If you've seen the film, you know. And then it starts off, yeah, you in the back, ha 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 ha, you know, you think it's pre-recorded. And then they're like, no, you with the like yellow hat. And it's like, okay, they plant someone in the audience. And then suddenly they've got the microphone on someone and they are reacting to what that person is saying. So they're like, so Johnny from Ohio, blah, 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 blah. And then, in fact, they started filming someone behind me. So I was ducking down and they're like, and they commented on the fact that I was in the way and things. It's like, so this is live. These monsters are actual live comedians. And I just thought that was outstanding. I thought that was really, really underrated. I hadn't heard anyone else raving about it. So I just want to shout out to the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. You're awesome. Okay, what would I do differently next time? I would carry post-it notes so I do not have to hold the toilet roll over the damn sensors in the loos. The toilet sensors, the toilets in Disney are the best way you can describe them. They're kind of like as aggressive as the Dyson hand dryers you get in the bathrooms in like public toilets and things in the UK, in that they're like vroom. So what happens is a sensor, and when you're sitting on the toilet, you cover in the sensor. And then when you get off the toilet, like it's no longer covering the sensor and the toilet flushes it, but it's really quite aggressive. But if you've got a very small child, they don't necessarily fully cover the sensor and the toilet flushes at their bottom, perhaps, sometimes, and frightens the poop out of them. And this happened to my youngest, who didn't want to go to the toilet at all. And even now says, is it an auto-flushing toilet? It's like, no, darling, that's just in Disney. So I had to hold a piece of toilet paper over the sensor to stop her panicking, because to stop it flushing. So next time I will take post-it notes and just stick them over the sensor until she gets off and is finished having a wee, just to save panicking. So if your child has autism or just doesn't like those, and you know, if it's the kind of child that doesn't like the Dyson hand dryers, which I think a lot of children go through that phase, take some post-its. I would do that differently next time. What else would I do differently? I would probably, we didn't do any resort hopping. I don't think as a family of 4 I would want to necessarily move our things from resort to resort. If I was going as a single person or as adults only trip, I'd 1,000,000% want to stay in different places. The idea of having to move all of our stuff when we'd sort of moved into somewhere, that doesn't sound fun, because other people with lots of children will be here with me. That's not, that's quite stressful. However, I would want to perhaps go and dine in other places and pop around a little bit more. I would definitely do that next time. Would we do another cruise? 1,000,000%. The cruise was just so amazing. I think I put the cruise vlog series trailer on at the beginning of this live. Let me know in the comments if you saw the cruise vlog series, if that's how you found us, or if you've caught it since, or if, I think a lot of people have found us through the Walt Disney World stuff. So if you haven't seen the cruise vlog series and you just want a bit of magic, then do go and check that out. It sailed from Southampton. It was a staycation, so it sailed from Southampton, went out in the water, did this a bit, chased the sun, and then nipped back into the port. And so it was just wonderful. We didn't get off and do any, we did all sea days, no port adventure days. It was just so magical. It was really nice not having to fly anywhere. We just drove there, got on the ship. It was amazing. The problem with the Disney cruises at the moment, first problem is most of them are flying from America. So for a family of 6, one of our biggest expenses is the flight getting over there. So that's one kind of barrier to it. But the biggest barrier to Disney cruising for us at the moment is the vaccination thing for the children. So myself, my husband and my teenager are all fully vaxxed and boosted and all that. The little ones, now I think they've got to be 3 months clear of COVID, and obviously we all had COVID recently-ish. They've got to be 3 months clear of COVID before they're allowed to be vaccinated, but all children over the age of 5, I believe now, need to be fully vaccinated in order to get on the ship. So that's just not an option for us at the moment. We have got a placeholder on a cruise, which is when you pay them, I think I gave them $200 per room, and then you either within 2 years just have your money back, or you put it towards another cruise and you get 10% off. So fingers crossed we can do that. It will depend on a lot of factors. It will depend on a number of things, but yeah, I'd 1,000,000% want to do that. Right, I've had so many questions about food. Food budget. The answer, it's a little bit how long is a piece of string, but taking a sip. Please tell me, am I the only one having a little sip of something? I mean, it's Tuesday night, so don't blame me if you're not, but I'm like, woo, celebrating. Dan says he's getting 8th Disney cruise this summer. Wow, amazing. Right, what was I saying? Food. Right, so top tips. I did take cereal bars and things. I eat those Exanti bars for breakfast when I'm at home anyway, like a protein bar. So I just took those for me. I took cereal bars for the children for a couple of reasons. Partly just so we didn't have to rush out and get breakfast, and we had something the children can snack on while we were getting ready and just pottering around. And it saved us a blinking fortune. Sarah's joining me with a glass of fizz. There we go. Cheers. So it did save us a fortune by taking cereal bars. I know Dan, who's on here now, always takes cereal bars and things for breakfast as well. It just saves a lot of money. And for me, even at home, I think I'd rather spend money on a meal, like a lunch or dinner meal, because you get more variety than a breakfast type meal. And it does give the option to just chill a bit in the mornings. Then for the rest of the day, so we did, obviously there's 2 other meals that we had to do. No, you've just joined. Someone's saying they've just joined. You've not missed the announcement. The announcement's coming soon. Don't panic. Right, so there's 2 other ways that we kind of dined. Either the bookable meals, which we did quite a lot of and were wonderful, but then again there's some things I'd probably change about that. Or we did the quick serve, and all of the quick serve we did through mobile ordering. So the mobile ordering is fantastic. You literally go on the app. I think I did put this in the vlogs as well. When there are mobile ordering options, I tried to put all those graphics on the screen. I tried to include menus, prices, all that stuff. So if you watch through the vlogs, I show you how much we're spending per day. But when we did mobile order quick service, I mean, I've got a teenager that eats like a horse, and then I've got a 5-year-old that eats like a little bird, you know. So, oh, Tasha's having a drink with me as well. There we go. Fantastic. Cheers, Tasha. So between us, I just got a selection of food. I didn't go like, here are 6 meals, because I thought that was a bit silly. So I tended to get maybe a couple of adult meals. I found it worked out cheaper for us to buy, like, the girls ate a lot of chicken tenders. I will admit to you, they did sort of live on those. And you know what? It's not forever. They eat more balanced meals at home or whatever, but they did eat a lot of chicken tenders. But I found it cheaper to buy a couple of chicken tenders meals and a pizza than to buy them each a kid's meal that came with a drink, because we were taking drinks bottles. There were so many places to refill drinks bottles in Disney. So we didn't buy many drinks. I didn't drink a lot of alcohol actually either, just because we were just so busy. I think we had a bottle of wine one night in the sci-fi diner, and maybe 1 or 2 other times. So it wasn't like a booze heavy trip, which also meant we didn't have hangovers, which is good. So getting back to, we did the quick service. I would say we tended to spend, and all the prices are in the vlogs, about $40-ish, 40 something dollars per meal when we were doing quick service for a family of 6. That wasn't 6 meals, that was maybe like a pizza, some like a chicken whatever meal, and then the meals, I tended to choose the more food heavy meals rather than the ones that came with drinks, because obviously we had drinks with us. I know a lot of people have asked about drinks and filling up, and do we have bad tummies and things with the drinks. You can't fill up from the taps in the rooms, because that's not drinking water, but there are lots of drinking fountains around the parks. And if you want to go kind of more hygienic than that, there is free drinking water anywhere they do quick service food. So you could go into like Casey's Corner and just say, can I have some cups of water, please? They give you paper cups, and you fill them into your drinks things. Or you can go to any of the like soda machines, and they just do water in those. So we just filled up. So we're staying in Art of Animation. We just filled up every time we walked through the Landscape of Flavours. We filled up with water from the soda machines every time. Oh, Dan's saying he does drink from the taps in the room. I asked and they said not to do that, so we didn't, because I didn't want to deal with puking family members. So yeah, I just literally, every time we walked through Landscape of Flavours, we just filled up our drinks, and then like every time we passed quick service or whatever, we filled those up. So we were doing about $40 every quick service meal. Now we did do some super expensive meals, I will admit. We did do some of the character dining meals were for a family of 6. Obviously if you go just like 1 or 2 of you, it can be cheaper, but some of them were $300 plus for a meal, which is bonkers money. But I kind of felt this was a real trip of a lifetime for us. I have been trying to take my children to Disney since my 17-year-old was born. I've wanted to take them, and I kind of felt that although I know I will have to take them back again, this was probably our last trip as a family of 6, so I really wanted it to be so special. So we did some really expensive ones. We did the Cinderella Castle is really expensive ones. It was, well, in fact we had to pre-book and prepay for that one. The Beauty and the Beast Castle was quite expensive. In fact, it's the character ones really that were quite expensive. Tuskers and the one that turns around in Epcot, that wasn't cheap either. What's it called? The one that turns around in Epcot? Garden Grill. Garden Grill, thank you very much. So they weren't cheap. The Rainforest Cafe was really lovely food, really lovely meal, but it wasn't character dining. So I think perhaps something else I'd change for another trip is, unless it's character dining, I'm just gonna do quick service because it's that much cheaper. So I kind of feel like, although some of the meals we had were very nice, like we did, and William said it was one of his favourites, so I guess I'm glad we did it. We did Crystal Palace, but character dining wasn't back there yet. I guess it is now, but the price wasn't quick service pricing, you know? It wasn't character dining. So if it wasn't character dining, I would probably skip it if you're following me for the next trip. So if it's character dining, I would do a few character dines, you know, throughout the 2 weeks, and that's, I'd say, worth the money. But personally, I won't be doing expensive bookable dining that doesn't have characters with it in future. I think someone just asked about Garden Grill. It was brilliant. It's in our first Epcot vlog at the end of it. So it's day 2 in the parks. So it's going to be episode 1, 2, 3, something like episode 4 if you want to go and have a look. Would I go solo? My family would never let me go solo. Maybe when they're older. Who knows? Who knows? If I'm still doing this when they're older and no one wants to come with me, I'll go by myself. I don't care. But at the moment, no, I couldn't go solo. They would not forgive me for leaving them behind. I did have a question about did I manage to enjoy it as well as all the filming? I did, 1,000,000%, like 1,000,000% enjoyed it in spite of the filming, because I'm kind of used to it. I do it anyway. I filmed a lot more in Disney than I ever do at home. I have more of a break from filming at home. So like I'd have a whole day where I film, or I'd film a few minutes a day. In Disney it was a lot more intense because I wanted to capture it all, and I felt like it was such an experience. I didn't want to like let any of those moments go. And the second I did put my camera down, Bella'd be like, "Mummy, you haven't filmed this? Can you film this please? Because I want to remember it." And seeing their faces watching it back and reliving it all since we've got back has been worth every second, has been worth every getting up at 5 a.m. while they're all sleeping to deal with the footage and transfer it and back it all up and things. So no, I don't think it spoiled it for me at all. It didn't spoil it for me at all. How did I find the testing process? Stressful, because not as, it was a different stress for the cruise. I was worried with the cruise because we posted them away, that like they get lost in the post and things. And then obviously you're sitting there in the cruise terminal going, are we going to get on the ship, or are they going to send us home with COVID? And then when we were here, I was doing the tests in this room, and we did them via the video call. It's all in that first travel day vlog. But we literally had the, God, if I set my throat's dry because I'm talking too much. That's my excuse. We had the taxi driver here who was doing our airport transfers. Our bags were already in the airport transport vehicle. And it was like, if this comes back positive now, because it was like an appointment to do on a video call, that was stressful. I just thought, please don't make me tell my babies that actually we're not going to Disney, we're isolating instead. So that was stressful. I will be super glad if all that is like something we don't have to do in the future. But yeah, pretty stressful. Sorry, just going back to the food budget. So about $40 a day if you're just doing quick service, a lot more if you're doing the bookable ones. But the main thing I would say is each day, have a think, where do I want to eat? And just look on the app, and it'll show you the menu for each place, and you can figure out roughly how much you're going to spend, because most of the restaurants, especially the sit down bookable ones, a lot of them have got a set price. So no matter what you choose to eat, it's like this much per adult, and you will know exactly how much it's going to be. So you can budget that per day by deciding where you're going to eat. And if it's quick service, for our family of 6, we did it for about $40-ish, ballpark. But you can just literally think, right, I want to eat in Pinocchio's, I'll probably have one of those, that's how much I need to put aside. I did see a question flashing up, would I stay off site? Yes. I'm glad we stayed on site, I'm glad we had that experience, but yes. Stay tuned for the announcements, all I'm saying. Stay tuned, so people, stay tuned, stay tuned. Someone asked about doing a video about booking Disney. I already have that video. So in fact, a few actually. I did the announcement video for the Florida trip where I described exactly what I had booked, and then I did an everything you need to know before going to Disney World Florida, something like that, video where I just went through the checklist of everything you need to do. Some of it's now out of date because of COVID restrictions obviously changing, but yeah, that video covers most of it. So just ignore the COVID bits, and other than that, that is pretty, pretty similar. What would you not do again in Disney? Tricky one. My husband would like to do more like off-site stuff. Like he wanted to do Cape Canaveral, and I would probably do Universal next time. The reason, I had a lot of questions about this as well. Why didn't we do Universal? Why didn't we do other things? We had 14 days. I paid for 7 days park tickets. We were given 14 days for the price of 7, which I thought was a really good deal. So if we'd done anything else, I would have had to give up a free ticket for a park ticket. And I priced up Universal, and it was going to be another £1,200. And I just thought, you know what, we'd have to give up a Disney day, and I've already spent enough. So not this time, but next time, I guess we really should do it. Water parks. Did we do the water parks? We did not. Do you know why we didn't? Well, first of all, we would have had to give up a park day. Secondly, people are like, why don't you have a chill day in a water park? Parents of multiple young children will agree with me here. Going to a water park is not relaxing when you have lots of children and you spend the whole time lifeguarding to check they're not drowning. That's not relaxing. Not relaxing. Someone's saying you're a little out of focus. Can everyone see and hear me well? Apologies, I am on my phone. I think I said this at the beginning. I'm on my phone, not my big camera, because for some reason, because I set it up on my phone, it wouldn't let me initiate it from my computer on my big camera, which is what I would normally do during these lives. Lesson learned. I will do that next time. By the way, guys, are you guys enjoying this kind of live format, very unedited? If you want me to do these more often, we'll do them a bit more often. Would we stop at the same hotel again? Yeah, I loved Art of Animation. I thought the theming was amazing. I have got a full tour coming up in an upcoming vlog. I've just not got to that one yet. Not got to that one yet at all. Okay, how long in advance do you make reservations for dining, etc.? I did them as soon as they became available to us. One of them's, I've off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's all in that things you need to do before Disney video. And I think there's a blog post that's to go with it as well. It's on my channel. I think it's in a playlist of like prepping for Disney World, something like that. Basically, I think you book your park days 100 days out and restaurants 60 days out. Can't remember if it's that way around. There we go. 60 days in advance. Jade Disney kind of day is jumping in. It is 100 days out you book your park days, 60 days out you book your restaurants. So that's what I did. I did it at that time. I've got to say, especially with a larger party, still it was difficult to get the reservation times and things that we wanted. So for example, Cinderella's Royal Table, I tried to book it for the first Magic Kingdom day and the second one. I think I couldn't get it till the third or fourth Magic Kingdom day. And then we were quite limited with times. Obviously, if we've got a larger party, that is going to be, you're going to be more limited with times. Although the Garden Grill, we did get as a walk up. So don't discount just because you haven't got a reservation for somewhere. Keep looking for walk ups and things, because which you can check on the app if you can like book as a walk up reservation. How did the park reservation system work out for you? We're going in November. I've already reserved park for each day. I hope by then park hopping is fine. I've been to Walt Disney World before all this. Right, so park hopping, we only did once. There are a few things we didn't do actually at all, or much at all. So park hopping we only did once, partly because I kind of thought we're better off with little ones and little legs going to a place and like making the most of that place. So for example, day one in the Magic Kingdom, we did Fantasyland. So we didn't go, you know, all over like that. We did Fantasyland. Day two, we did Tomorrowland. So if we were doing park hopping, it would have been a lot of traveling about the place and less doing the things. So for us, that worked. Zara, with her very little legs, which dips into another question, we didn't bother with taking a stroller. I still had one in the boot of my car when we left, and I have since sold it because I was like, do you know what? You can survive walking for 14 days around Disney. You don't need a pram anymore. I was thinking in the back of my mind, right, we'll hire one we get there if she needs one. We will buy one. They had them for like $39.99, the fold down ones. I will buy a tiny one we get there if she needs one, but she was fine. But equally, park hopping might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. So if perhaps you've only got older children or fewer children or no children, park hopping would be kind of cool. Dan's saying about table of six rule. They do add a gratuity thing on the table of six, so that did add, but it's just the tip I guess you would have paid anyway, but for 6 of us, so that did bump the price up a bit, but I guess we would have paid that anyway. What was I talking about? Park hopping. We did do park hopping. We did it on the last but one day because, which brings me back to the original question, which is about park reservations. So I originally booked 2 Animal Kingdom days and then more like equal days. Was it 3 days? I can't remember. 3 or 4 days for each of the other parks. So I had 14 days. So it was 2 and then 4 of each of the others. So what I realised is that we wanted more time in Magic Kingdom. We didn't need as much time in Epcot. So I cancelled one of our, I cancelled a Hollywood Studios day, switched it to a Magic Kingdom day, and then we park hopped from Epcot back to Hollywood Studios that one day. Harriet's saying, what is park hopping? After, I think it's 2 p.m. So you say, right, today I'm going to Magic Kingdom. You've booked there, you've booked your ticket for there. After 2 p.m, you're allowed to just go to another park. Some tickets allow park hopping, some do not. Ours had park hopping included. So we did that. The final 2 days they're really special vlogs actually. So I hope you're sticking with us for the end of the series, because the final 2 days we did an Epcot Hollywood Studios, and all the children got to pick their favourite rides to repeat, and then the Magic Kingdom. The last day is really emotional. I won't let the children watch that. The children are not allowed to watch the getting off, the debarkation day on the Magic at Sea vlog series, because they cry every time they watch it. So yeah, they probably won't be able to allowed to watch the end of the of this series either, and neither will I, because I will cry like a baby. So okay, Wendy says hi from Emily. Hello Emily. Do you need to make another park reservation after the first one? No, we didn't. We just made the first one. So I think my point was, I was getting back to the park reservation system. Gosh, I'm talking in circles, aren't I? While I was there, I cancelled a park day. I checked that the other park I was going to plan to book was on green, because there's like a calendar, and it's green is like, yeah, you're good to go. Orange is like, there's not many left, and red is you can't book. So I cancelled a park day, knowing the park I wanted to switch it for was on green, and then I did that while we were out there. Did we pre-order the Magic Vans before we travelled? Did you use a VPN? Yes. So again, you can't pre-order Magic Vans unless your computer is in the US. So we used a VPN, and we did pre-order the Magic Bands, although maybe this is actually something I would change for next time. There were more choices of Magic Bands when we got there. I think there was a small discount, and we did have them engraved with our names, but only underneath where you couldn't see it. So it was like, the Magic Bands are, I don't know where they are, but they're like a watch, and the watch face is just a Mickey face, and that's the thing you scan in. You'll see them in the vlogs. The back side, so the underside, the bit that's touching your skin, had my name engraved on it, but like, that's no big whoop really. There were so many choices of Magic Bands when we got there, so it was nice. Like, the children had them straight away, and they'd already be pre-programmed for our room keys. So using Magic Band to get in and out your room, use them for getting on and off rides, for like scanning in lightning lanes and things. So if you're not using DAS, you're not using lightning lanes, maybe you don't need them that much, but use them to scan in the parks and open your room door. They will give you a room key, or you can open them with your phone on the app. But to be honest, I wouldn't do the Walt Disney World without Magic Bands. I know some of the other parks, I'm going to discuss this in a bit, don't use Magic Bands yet. Disney, please, if you're listening, I mean, you're probably not, but please can we have Magic Bands in other parks, because they're so good and they're so easy. Just so good. Magical by Sarah. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. How do the kids cope with masks? They were troopers. I've got to say, I didn't think they'd cope that well. I really didn't think they would, but they were troopers. I think it's because I kept saying, guys, it's the only way you can see Mickey. The only way you can see Mickey. And I just drummed that into them so much. They were more wobbles on the way back when we were absolutely exhausted than on the way there. Did the kids have any meltdowns whilst there? Some. I don't think you're ever going to get away without any at all. So I'm going to be honest, there were some. Magical by Sarah, another lovely Disney creator who's always fab with sharing stuff and's got lots of Disneyland Paris content. Says thank you. It says happy birthday to my channel. I still can't believe it's been a year, guys, a whole year since I sat here and went, hey, I haven't got anything booked, but I'm going to start talking about Disney now. I did that on purpose so I could share the whole process with you. Can you reuse Magic Bands? I believe so, yes. But they don't use them in other places. Right. Have I got any other massively important questions that I need to get to before we do the announcement? Gosh. Yeah, do lives more often. Okay, maybe I will. Love live chats. Okay, well, guys, if you enjoy this, then, you know, we'll do this more often. Someone said, does Zara have autism? It's been a bit of a day to answer that question. We've been having if you follow me on my other channel, I'm not going to get into this now because I'm going to get all emotional, but just go and have a look on my other channel because we've been doing assessments and stuff today. But I'm not talking about that now because I'm staying fluffy and in the moment. It's just been a bit of a day. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, is it worth ordering Magic Bands prior to getting there? You've got to get them programmed, I guess, when you get there, which might be a bit of a faff, but do you know what? There were so many to choose from that I was like, oh, but that one, oh, but that one. And they had slap band ones, you know, for the children that like go, oh, and like slap on. Although with hindsight, the children probably would have spent loads of time doing that. Someone's saying you're going to Disneyland Paris, aren't you? All right, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Right, a couple more questions, then we'll do the next one. Would you rate the family rooms as a basic resort? I have 4 children too. Yeah, we stayed in a Lion King suite at the Art of Animation. It was brilliant. So I thought we wouldn't put the beds up and down. I thought it would be too much of a faff. It was really easy. Literally, if you watch the vlogs, we literally pull the bed down like that, boom, push it up like that, done. Easy, and we actually used the table. It was really easy to do. The theming was lovely. I loved that it was like some of the Disney resorts are just like really nice hotels as opposed to really like being in a cartoon. And the Art of Animation was like you're in the Disney. So we were in the Lion King, and then you walk through and you're in cars, and it's just, I love that. So that was really, really great. I would recommend Art of Animation. I would stay there again. I mean, it'd be silly to go, might be silly to go and stay in the exact same one rather than to explore somewhere else. But yeah, I would recommend it, and I would personally stay there again. Okay, announcement time. Right, guesses. Guess what the announcements is. Guess, well, I have a little sip. Any guesses? Any guesses what my announcement is? I mean, it might be a bit basic. I don't know. To see what the, right. Okay. I'm going to pour myself another glass of this. Right. While you're guessing, just pouring myself one more glass. And then I'm going to be like, okay, we're all guessing Disneyland Paris. Okay, so my original plan, guys, was, right, I am going to be having my last birthday in my 30s in October. So I will be turning 39, I know. 39, I know. Oh, no, that's going to need a drink. So I was like, right, I want to go to Disneyland Paris for my birthday. Last one of my 30s, you know. And then I got COVID. And I was so grumpy. I was like, I don't want to wait till October. Let's book it for June. So I did. And so we're going to Disneyland Paris in 43 days, people. 43 days. 43 days. We're going to be in Disneyland Paris, which is amazing. I didn't fully think it through because I was doing 2 episodes per day of my Walt Disney World vlog series, right? Okay. One of them, the Animal Kingdom one, I think that just went out. I did the whole episode in one day because I managed to get the whole thing down to like 45 minutes. But most of them are worth 2 episodes. And I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I'd love to know whether you like the split or you don't like the split or whatever. I personally think anything like any vlog over an hour is a bit much for most people to watch. And most people won't watch that long looking at analytics and things. So most of them are split into 2 episodes unless I didn't film enough and it just goes into 1. So I've just edited episode 17 out of 29, meaning I have still got, assuming they're all in 2, some of them might go into 1 episode if I've not filmed enough, doing the maths there, 11 more vlogs to edit before we fly in 43 days. Plus, before we go, or before the Disneyland Paris vlog series goes live, because in my head, it needs to be like, all of Walt Disney World's finished, and then Disneyland Paris starts. So I need to get all those finished. And then I also want to film for you before we go, and everything you need to do before going to Disneyland Paris video, same as I did for Walt Disney World, a Disneyland Paris outfits video and a pack with me, because you guys, like the feedback was they were helpful and you enjoyed them. So before we leave in 43 days, as well as my main channel content, I do 2 videos a week over there, I have to do those 11 episodes, which, believe it or not, take a really long time to do. I don't, like, at least a full day, like a full work day to do per each episode at least. So what have I got? 11 vlogs plus everything we need to do before Disneyland Paris, the outfits and the pack with me. So that's 14 of just those videos in 43 days, plus 2 a week from my other channel, if anyone can do that math. So that's part of the reason I've sped it up to doing 2 a week. So exciting. So that's the like, eek, that's why the content's sped up a little bit, and that's why I'm feeling a little bit flustered, because, oh, thank you, Mariana says I can do it. Yay. We are going from, yes, the kids know, I had COVID and I was like, Mummy's so depressed that I booked this. Okay, so we're just going. So we're flying on Wednesday. So we're going for 5 nights. Luckily I haven't had to take them out of school at all. The reason I looked at this particular week is it's one of those weeks where most of England is back in school, and in Wales the children are on holiday. So that's why I was looking at that. That's why I was like browsing through my COVID haze. Like, I feel rubbish, I'm gonna look at Disney holidays. Does anyone else do that when they're feeling a bit depressed or ill? Don't get ill, people, it costs you too much, So I was pricing up this holiday, and I've booked the flight. I've booked it all separately this time. So here's the second part of the announcement. Are you ready? We're going to be upgrading to annual passes because I need more Disney in my life, people, and I want to be able to bring you lots of Disney content, because do you know what? As much as I love my main channel, I love the community over there, it is so nice talking about lovely, fluffy things, especially with all that's going on in the world. I've talked about this briefly on my main channel. I said it once, and I'm going to say it here once, I'm not going to say it again, but there are some horrible things going on in the world, and I don't think you come here for me to talk about them. So just because I don't talk about them doesn't mean I don't acknowledge they're happening and I don't feel all that. But this is my escape, and I think it's your escape too. So I'm sticking to talking about fluffy things here. So that's what this space is for. This is our safe space. This is our fluffy space, safe Disney space, where we talk about fluffy, safe Disney things together, and we don't address what's going on in the world, because we can digest what's going on in the world in our own time, and then for the sake of our mental health, we can step away from that into the fluffy things. There are so many kind people in the Disney community. Yes, totally. The Disney community is amazing, and I'm just loving it. So I just want to be there more. So Walt Disney World, I adored Walt Disney World, and I'm not saying we'll never go back, but Disneyland Paris is a lot more achievable for us, like a lot more achievable, because the flights, I think we got return flights for £100 each, whereas the flights to America were £1,000,000. That's an actual number, by the way. £1,000,000. So they were like a large chunk of our holiday. We are staying off site, so I priced both. So for the same night, so 5 nights on site, staying in Newport Bay, and then the park tickets, and that's it, I think. Staying in Newport Bay and the park tickets were the same price as our flights and annual passes into Disneyland Paris and accommodation. So next time we go, so bear in mind, if I'd booked the Newport Bay and so that's the on-site, which would have been beautiful. If I'd booked Newport Bay, then I still would have had to pay for flights on top of that, and that would have been it. We wouldn't have been, our money had been all spent on that. For this, we're doing the annual passes, and we're upgrading those when we get there. I think Magically by Sarah, I think you were in the comments. I think you upgraded when you got there as well. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I'm going to take the disability proof and get all those attached to our annual passes when we get there. So I'm going to go there and do all that and sort it out once and for all on the first day, which will be a bit faffy on the first day. It will be faffy. It will be easier just to do it before we go, but it's my understanding, I will come back to you with all the details when I've done my research, but it's my understanding that you're going to have to go and do an element of setting up the disability stuff when you get there anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just do it all in one hit and it's done. I've told the children it's going to be a bit of waiting around, a bit boring on the first time, but it means we'll have annual passes and we can go back over and over. So we are staying off-site, not far away. I'm not going to disclose the exact place we're staying at yet, but I will put it on all the vlogs. I know I said we were staying at Art of Animation, but it was a massive place. And then I thought at the time, oh, should I have said the exact place we're staying? But it was huge, so it wasn't too bad. But just, I mean, you lovely people that engage with me all the time, like you're a lush Disney community. But you never know who's on the internet. You never know who's watching you and you just never know. So I'm just going to share where we're staying when we leave. I am going to share that we've booked it through booking.com. Who I am an affiliate for, by the way, so I'll put links like in all the thing if you want to book through there. But the reason I've booked through them is you don't have to pay for it until something like 3 days before you go. So I've booked June for booking.com, and I've booked the flight. So I've booked the first day park tickets. I've booked the flights, which I would have to pay to transfer, and I've booked the booking.com, which I don't have to pay for till 3 days before we go. For the beginning of June. It's very exciting. 43 days. 43 days. We're on an official countdown. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I've been wanting to talk about this on here for such a long time, but I was like, no, I'm going to do it as a proper announcement, and I'm going to like save something for like this birthday party that we're having. Thanks for joining me for this party, by the way. So I've booked June. I have booked for October for my 39th birthday, which is obviously a very special birthday, isn't it? 39, it's a big number. I mean, big number. And I also booked for February half term next year because it's still within our but obviously because it's booking.com, I can change that. It doesn't cost me anything to book that. So I've booked the accommodation. I've booked the same accommodation. I've booked through the same place for the 3 times, and I can just change that around, the dates, whatever. Right, so let's have a look at some comments. Can I wait to see your experience in Disneyland Paris, so close to my heart? Oh, I know, it looks so beautiful. I've been binge watching Sam for God. Sam, I'm sure you'll check it at some point. I'm not sure you're here at the moment. But I've been binge watching all your stuff, as has William. So as we know, William is my little Wikipedia. I'm going to do a video about all the things that we have to do before Disneyland Paris. Do you guys want William in on that? Because he's flipping awesome at all the, Oh, by the way, this is what I was going to do for my announcement. I was going to do this. I forgot. Right, 2 things actually. First of all, Disney. Do we need such a big tag? Yeah? Do we? I mean, I always cut them off. I've forgotten to cut this off, so it looks ridiculous. Ooh. I haven't. I'm keeping my eye on the website. I didn't get hold of a lounge. I did get hold of some ears for Disneyland Paris. I did get the jacket for William. You know, the bomber jacket. It's not a bomber jacket. Letterman jacket. Because the girls have got denim jackets and they've got spirit jerseys. They've all got spirit jerseys. We're going to wear spirit jerseys over on the plane. And then he's got the Letterman jacket instead of their denim jackets, and he can put pins on it and things. So it's the 30th anniversary. So I'll get a little, I can't remember what I was saying. Good grief. 1.5 glasses of this? Don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so he can put pins on that. Shall I get him doing a little video with me about that? Hi, I love your videos and your Disney cases. Where are your cases from? They're called American Tourister, but they're all linked. The cases I have got are linked. If you go onto my blog, which is mummyof4.com, and you just look under the Disney section, there are all the different blog posts. So there's the blog post about the pack with me, the blog post about travel day, all that. It's got all the links to all of the cases and things. In fact, I reckon if you go to, I think I've put them in the description of all the videos. If you go to the description of this video, or pretty much any of my Disney videos, there are links to lots and lots of blog posts in there. Things like the pack with me, the what we're wearing, and all the links to the videos and things are all, Disney kind of day. Jade, my darling, she's putting the link to my blog in the comments. Jade, we love you. We absolutely love you. Make sure you're following Jade, by the way. She's called A Disney Kind of Day. She's the most kind-hearted, wonderful member of the Disney community. And she's going to Florida in a week. So make sure you're following her. I think you're vlogging, aren't you, Jade? But obviously the first thing we're going to see will be your Insta update. So we'll be stalking you. We'll be stalking you totally. Where did you get the Mickey and Minnie behind you? These are the 50th anniversary Mickey and Minnie that we had. We picked these up in Disney Springs. I thought they'd be in every shop in Disney. They were sold out in Magic Kingdom, sold out Hollywood Studios, sold out in all the parks. We found them in Disney Springs. We then found a handful of them in the Emporium on Main Street at a later date. But the girls, honestly, watch it's the second Animal Kingdom vlog. It's the one where we go to Tuskers. And we got them there. It was quite emotional. They were like, we got them, 50th iridescent Mickey and Minnie. Right, when you're at DLP, will you be uploading on the normal channel? Right, so this is what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about this. So when I went to Florida, I managed to pre-schedule normal content to go out on my normal channel. However, I've put myself under a bit of pressure. I booked and my COVID haze. I booked June, then I did the vlogging maths of how many episodes I've got left and how many I've got to fit it in, how many I've got to get edited. So I might have to, if you guys are okay with it, give over a couple of the slots on my main channel to Disney vlogs in order to get them out, because I don't know if this like makes sense to you or not, but in my head it doesn't make any sense to start putting out Disneyland Paris content when I haven't finished the Florida series. To me, that is, it's crazy. I feel like I need that to come to like an end, to completion. It doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but I just need to finish that series and then start the Disneyland Paris series. I will probably put out videos about tips and things about Florida, definitely comparisons and things like that. There we go. Have you heard of DIBB? It's a forum for, no, I haven't. I need to be on that. Is it on Facebook? I don't know. Thinking notifications coming on my phone. I've got to say, by the time I finish doing worky stuff, I don't go on Facebook much, but if there's something really worth doing, then I will make an effort to do that. Yeah, it's called Busman's Holiday, isn't it? By the time I finish doing editing and uploading and things, I just haven't got bandwidth for Facebook. Right, okay. Have you got must have merch or souvenirs you want to buy when you're over there in Walt Disney World? Spirit jersey. I mean, look at this freaking Spirit jersey. Look at it. It's amazing. Spirit jersey. We're going to wear these on the plane to Disneyland Paris. I think we're going to wear these over there. I'm a bit worried I'm not going to be able to get a Disneyland Paris Spirit jersey to go with my ears. Obviously that's it's a very first world problem, isn't it? But they're all sold out at the moment. And when they did the Disneyland Paris merch, this is what I was talking about when I couldn't remember what I was talking about. When they did the Disneyland Paris merch drop and these beautiful ears with a rather large label became available, I was hoping for a Spirit jersey then. They didn't have them. So if anyone's been to Disneyland Paris lately, do they have Spirit jerseys yet, dudes? Is it still the 50th anniversary? Yes, it launched, 50th anniversary launched in October and it's going on for a year. So you're all good, Disneyland Paris, 30th anniversary. I did find a picture. There was another one actually, somewhere of me holding a massive lollipop of me at Disneyland Paris. Perhaps I'll share it on my Instagram when I was 14. I'll have to blur up my friend's face because I haven't got permission to share her in it, but I could put myself in it. Hi, Henry, when are you going to DLP? 43 days. Oh yeah, 43 days. I need to figure out which Disney bounds we're doing, which Loungefly we're taking. It's all very exciting. I'm mostly taking just carry-on cases. We've got one little carry-on case each. I might pay extra because we're flying on like a budget airline for a couple of like hold cases. Obviously, one of the issues I've got is I've got to take quite a lot of stuff because I've got to take all my vlogging equipment. So when I went to Florida, I took 5 cameras, which may sound excessive, but I use different things for different things. So in order to get the videos that I get, then I take, I think I took 3 different lenses for my main camera. I'm going to have to take my computer this time because last time I put an SD card, you might have seen this drama on stories while we're over there, I put an SD card into my iPad and 25 of the files on the second Animal Kingdom day corrupted. I'm going to take my laptop this time. Luckily I paid someone on Fiverr, Annie Stores, lovely lady. I think she's in Disneyland Paris at the moment actually, so she's probably not watching. Put me in touch with someone on Fiverr and he rescued the files for me. But I don't need that stress in my life. Can't believe we're going on the same day. Mariana, we're going on the same day. Meet you at the castle. Just, I'll be the one crying like a baby. You'll see me. I'll be surrounded by children like the Pied Piper and crying. Going to the castle. You won't miss me. Oh, and holding a massive camera. Yeah, so right. Do you need to make another park reservation after the first one? Oh, right, I think we went past that, didn't we? Gosh, there's so many comments, guys. Oh, you're also Lash. All the Loungefly. Oh, Sam's Disney Life. All the Loungefly. Shout out to Sam's Disney Life. Loungefly Queen. Yes, I do have to take all the Loungefly. But guys, Loungefly are basically really fancy, pretty packing cubes. So what I do is I just pack the outfit we're going to wear with the Loungefly into the Loungefly and suddenly it doesn't take up so much space. So yeah, tips. We do Disneyland Paris in a backpack each, so hopefully you won't need to take too much more. I am a bit of an overpacker. Because it's like all the outfits and things, but you know, hopefully we can do, let me just show you actually, let me just grab them. I did get, we've now got 6 of them. These were half price in Tesco's. So we've now got 1 each of these. These are the American Tourister cases. You can see these have still got the shrink wrappy stuff on them. So they were £45, not 90 in Tesco if you've got a club card, which obviously is free to get. So I've got 2 of those. We've now got 1 little carry-on case each. Zara's already like, I want Cinderella. So fine, you can, darling, have whichever one you want. Last time, half a case of that was just tech. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to cough a little and think about my packing next time. I'm gonna have to think a little bit about exactly how much we're taking, whether I try and size it down. My little wish list for things I want in Disneyland Paris. I did get this, which I love, look, because we were at the Festival of the Arts. Basically, they've got like a tote bag like that with what's it called? Disneyland Paris, like 30th on it. Because what I ended up taking was, I haven't got one in here, like a Loungefly backpack to put my like bits in. But my camera is so big that really it's a bit of a pain. I have to like take it apart to stick in a backpack. So what I ended up doing was taking a shopping bag. I've got one here somewhere to show you. Here to show you. Yeah, here. Oh, it's full of stuff. Some more minutes can be. Basically, I ended up carrying this on my shoulder full of coats because some days we went to the parks and it was just really, really muggy. And then we just carried coats around in that for the days and then chucked them on in the nights. So I need like a Disneyland Paris equivalent of that for the first, I guess I'll just take that one. But they do have a nicer one. So that's like more like a reusable shopping bag. But I have seen one like a bit more like that for about 20, 30 euros that I want. So I want one of those. That's on my wish list. I want a Spirit jersey. Yeah, they're my wish list items. And the children want the 30th plushes. Now, I know you can get them on Shop Disney at the moment, but I've said, well, then we've got to carry them out there, haven't we? So I said, just try and buy them when we get there. Maybe I will be regretting those life choices when I get there. I don't know. Anyway, so they're the things on my kind of a wish list to get when we get there. I'm so excited. We're going to be upgrading to the annual passes when we get there. I'm planning to buy 1 top tier and the others next tier down ones. And the reason for that is the top tier one gets you higher levels of discounts and things and lets you in 365 days a year. The next tier down gets you all of the days per year minus 15 days a year. So there's 15 days a year we won't be able to go as a family. But that's fine. We'll just avoid those 15 days. And when we're in there, the top tier card, so I'm the one that buys everything anyway, the food, the merch, whatever. As long as we use that one to pay for the food and the merch, we get the top tier discounts. We don't need to use the other cards for the discounts, but they can still get in. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure how much sense I'm making at this stage. Anyway, have we got any other questions I need to answer before I sign off? Do you stay in the Disneyland Resort or staying in a villa? We are staying off-site, but with including, I've chosen a hotel that has not airport transfers, like park bus with it for Disneyland Paris. Yeah, so recommendations really for anywhere you stayed in and around Disneyland Paris that was good, because especially if I can book it through somewhere like booking.com and then I've got the flexibility, then I would be inclined to make a few little bookings. Now, Disney Kind of Day saying great plan for, has the announcement been yet? And you going to DLP? Yes, the announcement has been, and we are going to Disneyland Paris. Yes, so that's the plan for the annual passes. I will include all of that, like how you can book them, because you've got to go through the French site. You can book them online before you go, but like I said, I'm going to do them when we go in the park because I've already bought that first day tickets and I'm going to upgrade them when we get in there. But I will do a little screen recording of how it is possible to do before you go. Do annual passes still have discount for families over 5? I'm not sure, but I will check that out. Must carry on items to your park bag. Yes. The annual passes, basically you pay once and then you can go in for however many days your pass, because there's 4 different tiers, allow. It's probably worth doing a whole video on those, isn't it? So add that on to the 11 Walt Disney World vlogs I've got to do, plus the one I filmed today, that's 12. And the other, I'm going to have like literally like 40 videos to do before I go. I'll figure it out. So if you are here from my normal channel, my main channel, and you see a lot more Disney, a little bit more, less usual standard day-to-day content over the coming weeks, that's why, and I'm sorry. But if you're here for Disney, then hey, I'm sure you'll love it. Do you still have to reserve days for Disneyland Paris? Yes, at the moment. On holiday, whilst potty training tips, do it before you go or when you get back, ideally. I have got a whole video about potty training. There's that awful, awkward bit of potty training where you've just sort of done it and not kind of got it yet. It's not fun, is it? It's not fun at all. Just do it in plenty of time, and if they're not perfect, just bin it and do it stop when you get back. So excited for you guys. I'm so excited to take you all along with us. Honestly, the support I've had on this channel blows my tiny little mind. It absolutely blows my mind. 6,000 subscribers of like really loyal subscribers, and the engagement and the comments. When I get comments saying that, you know, families have sat down watching these videos and they've cried, and families are there together watching them and they've been so helpful, and they honestly melt my heart, and I screenshot them for the days that I get awful nasty trolly comments and I have to look back and say, no, this is why I'm doing this. It's magical for me being able to capture my children doing all this stuff. It really does, because I have always been a bit of a photo fiend. My children have always been very, very photographed and very, very videoed before I did all this, but I never had the time or the equipment or the know-how to put it all together or edit it, so it all just sat on my phone. And now it's my job to make them into sort of magical movies, and that I feel is really, really, really special. And I will treasure these. These are the videos. I'm not going to look back at videos of me speed cleaning my house when I'm old. These are the videos I'll look back at, the videos of my children like lighting up in the Magic Kingdom. These are the videos that are special to me. And I'm not saying that my main channel doesn't have value, because obviously it does, but these are the ones that are really special memories to me, and they really, really bring me joy. And it's just so lovely to experience that. Can you book restaurants in Disney World if you're not staying on site? I believe you can if you've got a park booking. I'm sure someone will jump in and confirm that. So I have been talking at you all for ages. I can't wait to see your vlogs in DLP. I go in November. It'll be magical. It will be so magical. Missed the announcement. We'll be going 43 days, baby. 43 days. I know, because we have a widget on our phones and William announces every morning how long it's going to be. So I'm so glad I can finally talk about it. Core memories definitely made it Disney. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Like 1,000,000%. And when you guys send me messages saying, I just cried at your vlogs, first of all, sorry. And second, thank you for sending those messages, because it means so much. Because it's not that I want to make you cry, but I want you to feel that magic. And if that magic is coming through the screen, I'm achieving what I'm setting out to achieve. So guys, it's been wonderful. It has. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate all of your support. I just wonder what it's going to be when we do the second birthday party. I just, like, how many of us will there be as this little community, and which other trips will we have done? And when I sat here and very nervously announced, with massive amounts of imposter syndrome, that I was going to be launching this Disney Channel, well, I had nothing booked. I didn't know if we were going to be allowed to go to the country. I didn't even know. I was planning to book the Disney Magic at Sea, and they hadn't even announced the prices yet. So I didn't even know if it was going to be achievable. I knew nothing. And I was like, right, I'm doing it anyway, because this is what I want to do. I did feel like, who am I to do this and talk about this? I'm so glad I did, because I've met some wonderful, wonderful people. It's lovely you can capture your family in this way, always be able to look back. That's how I feel. And I'd still take videos and things, but obviously now I've managed to pull this in as part of my business. Like, I've got to go to Disney more, and I've got to take my family more as it's part of my business, as part of my channels, because obviously my main channel is my full-time job, and being able to like pull this into part of what I do is an absolute blessing. It really is. But no, I would never be able to find the time if I had to work somewhere else to put these together and edit them and capture them the way that I have time to do now. And don't get me wrong, it takes a really long time. I filmed a little vlog which is going live tomorrow on my channel, which is actually a lot more like low maintenance than my Disney ones. And it's just a little like weekend staycation in Tenby. So if you're not following me on my main channel, it's called Mummy4 UK. Go follow me over there. We did a little weekend in Tenby, West Wales. And it was lovely, but one of my friends came to meet me, and she was just with me while I was doing a bit of filming. She's like, whoa, this is actually a lot of work. I was like, oh yeah, people don't know. Someone just said, when am I doing the what are we wearing in Disneyland Paris video? I will film it. I've got to speak to Very Nico, because I've got my eye on a couple of little bags. I got my eye on a Sleeping Beauty Castle bag, because it's Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland Paris. I got my eye on that. William's got his eye on one that he wants to Disney Bound around, and there's one more. What's the other one? It's a Toy Story one. So I need to speak to them and see if they're gonna have those bags into stock in time to put outfits around them. And if not, I mean, we've got quite a lot anyway. As soon as I've heard word back on that, then it's possible I will just film them quite soon. I will probably try and bash out all of these videos about Walt Disney World. I will probably endeavour to get all those out before we travel. While we're travelling, the pack with me, the what we're wearing, the pack with me, and the things to do before Disneyland Paris will probably go out while we're away. And then obviously I will start editing travel day, etc. when we get back. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy the 2 longer vlogs per day format. It's what I prefer to do, because I feel like I can include everything without it becoming like a feature-length film. Let me know if that suits you. Ideally, I would like to do 1 half day per week, and they would come out on a Sunday. If that suits everyone. I start getting real like, oh, people don't like it, and they want more per week, and putting them out more per week, and then also having to put more out per week because we're going quite soon. But yeah, my throat is now getting croaky because I am talking too much. I pre-ordered the Toy Story bag from Very Nico. Oh, I usually, if the release date's the 30th of April, then that's when you'll get it. But it depends, because they're coming from America, so it depends on the stockists. But if you've got any specific questions about things like that, if you order them through my link and whatever, like, give me a shout and I will chase that up for you. So thank you for joining me, you wonderful people, and I look forward to sharing our Walt Disney World vlogs with you over the next 43 days, and then our Disneyland Paris adventures, and then lots of hints and tips videos about both. Sarah's saying, oh, the amount of hard work and effort put in. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go before I cry now. You're all so lovely. Thank you, wonderful people. How do you make it stop? How do you make it stop? Oh, there's an X. See you guys soon.